So let's begin. Before we go into what I have for us today, I want to, okay, let me share my screen quickly. Let me show you a few things. All right. So on our cloud computing group, I've added another folder to do, another bookmark folder today. And in that folder, that is where we'll be having all of our, I'm going to be putting any of our technical sessions link here. So anytime we have a meeting or there's any recording, there's any video, aside from the one that's going to be on your YouTube, aside from the one that's going to be on Open Decks, or your resources on your student dashboard, they're also going to be here for a quick run through in case you are not on your student dashboard and you want to watch a particular technical session video. There's also a pin tab here. So if there's any urgent message that I need to pin across the channel, it's going to be here. And as mentioned yesterday, there's the meetings tab that has the open up meeting link for you to join this call. And also, if you want to have the 30-minute one-on-one schedule with me, it is here. Now, more on the meeting, we will be having these technical sessions every blessed day. On Fridays, the intention of Friday is to be reviews, just assessment, evaluation. You won't be taking lessons on Fridays themselves. It's just going to be we being on open help. And we just answering questions in general. I'll be asking you questions. You can ask me questions. We review what has been done that week, and we solidify that particular lesson before we move to the next lesson or the next thing for the following week. So that's what we'll be doing. And so Mondays to Thursdays, we'll be here just to have a run through of whatever assessment was given, whatever thing we went through. While on Fridays, it's just going to be full evaluations, no lessons at all. So that mentioned, some of you, your students, or some of the students in cloud computing mentioned that 2 p.m. might be too late. That you guys sometimes would have finished your lessons around 12. So some of them suggested 1 p.m. So we should have our technical sessions 1 p.m. So I wanted to put that to a vote or for us to agree together. We have, how many students do we have in the year? 1, 2, 3, 5. We have 5 now. So with thumbs up, okay, wait, that would not really work. So maybe you can just send it on text message because I don't want this to take time. There's an in-call messages on this call itself. So you can put in the time you prefer. Do you want 1 p.m. daily, Mondays to Thursdays, or do you want 2 p.m. daily, Monday to Thursdays for our technical sessions? Then on Friday, as I mentioned, that is solely going to be technical session. We're just going to be here fully working on or discussing what we've learned that week. So you can have that mentioned on the call before we move ahead. So for today, there are a couple of things we'll be doing. Number one is going to be the assessment, the assignment that was given to you yesterday. And then we discuss other things that were learned on the lessons before we move forward with other things. So I mentioned yesterday that your assignment should be sent to me by DM and not on the cloud computing group. Some of you guys have sent it already, and anyone who's just sending now is going to automatically count as you not doing the assignment or didn't work on the assignment at all. And of course, you know, I've been mentioning that the program comes with evaluation, comes with assessment of students in general now. So if I didn't get your assessment before now, before 2 p.m., which is this particular meeting, to be counted as see if you didn't submit the assignment itself. So the first thing we're doing is going through the assignment together. so we can learn from the task that has been given. Then the second thing we'll be doing is working on. There were some classes, there were some courses that you guys worked on, which is file permissions and changing groups and all. So we have to learn about that, ensure all of you understand that and all. And then I'll open the floor for questions. And if I have any question, I'm going to ask you too. So let's start with the assignment itself. By now, everyone should have Ubuntu installed. I also have Ubuntu installed on my end. So you should have your Ubuntu already. If you don't, let me know, and we'll work on it. If you do, good, we can go on. I saw someone was using Bash terminal for their tax itself instead of Ubuntu itself. While that concludes your assignment and shows you got the tax that was given, because I saw even using commands that were not taught in the lessons. It would be better for you to install Ubuntu on your device. If you don't have it yet, let me know so I can help you install it if need be. Or install Ubuntu, because there are a lot of things that we are going to be going through. And you can see that even I am using a Mac OS system. I also have Ubuntu on my device based on the lessons that are planned for this track or this cloud computing track. So I also completed the task, so I didn't just give you the assignment and I didn't work on the assignment myself. I also worked on the assignment, and I'm going to show you what I was expecting from it in general, but I'm going to delete this cloud and for you guys to know that I actually did it, because some people say, well, what if you just created folder inside? You would see that in my cloud, I have the 2 directories that I was expected in the assignment, and here I have the hello. And based on my lessons itself, because I created a video, but I decided not to share it until we have this call. I also have my 2 files here, and you'll see the reason why I had 2 files later on. So I'm going to delete this folder and work on the assignment together. But before then, I'm going to bring someone up. I'm just going to call at random someone to work on the assignment. So if you want to open your terminal, let me just show you guys quickly. If you want to open your terminal, you can either from here click on open a terminal. If you click on open a terminal by right-clicking on your desktop, what this will do is it will open terminal in your desktop directory. As you can see, this is desktop, and if you write pwd, you'll see your desktop itself. So if you close this here, that's for your desktop. Now, if you want to go to the home, your home itself from terminal, or you can do just come here, and I have mine already tabbed here. I have my terminal pin here, but you can come here and search for terminal if you don't have it in. So if you click on terminal, it's going to open terminal, and in this case, it is in your home folder. So if you write pwd, you see that it is home/manager, which is your user, and you notice there's difference between this character, this symbol. If you use this symbol, it shows it is to your own use for your home, your use folder for your home. But if you use this one, it is for your system root file itself, your root directory itself, where you'll be able to see the home, you see other things like that. For example, let me show you. If you write ls here, you see that you're seeing desktop documents, downloads, and it is similar to this home here. So if you open home here, you see that you have your desktop, your documents, and all of that. So that's the home of your user. The home of your user is what this would allow you to go to. But if you do cd this and you do ls, it takes you to the root of the system itself, of the OS itself. So if you are trying to create a file here, for example, let's say make directory manager. I'm expecting this to fail. You see that you cannot create directory manager, permission denied. Why? Why? You are in the root of the OS itself, and it will deny you access because Even if you're an administrator, you are not a sudo user. That's just the reason why you are not a sudo. And we'll get to how you can become a sudo later. We'll touch that later. But you can't make a directory inside the root itself. You can only make directories, or you can work inside your own user. And you would have noticed that in the permission, which is what we felt today, the classes around permissions and changing permissions, there are three categories. Okay, don't let me start mentioning that because it's an assignment. It's a task. It's a question I'll ask you guys. So the reason why I can't create this now is because I don't have a sudo group. I don't have the permission. But if I go back into my own folder, right, and I say, let me run that same command, you see that it was successful. And if I do ls, you see that I have a managet here, but I don't want to have that managet folder here. So let me just, so you can either use rm or rmdir. I need to delete that, and if you do ls, we can't see the manager folder anymore. So I just wanted to show you that quickly. And since I'm in my home, I mentioned I was going to delete the cloud desktop before. So let me just rm, and either use this and see, I think it's in desktop slash cloud. If I run this, it is going to fail, right? And it's a directory. So even if I use, okay, let's read you would see that directory is not empty. So even if I say, okay, remove, which is mostly for files, but you can also use it to delete directory, you would see that, oh, say I can't remove it because it's a directory. Now, even if I use rm directory, it's saying the directory is not empty. So if I want to delete it, right, I have to use the recursive option, and you can, oh, no, recursive is in R. I should do this. Come on. That should be you. Good. I kept using RM there. So, okay. So I see you would see that 1 year I don't longer have that cloud directory. So we'll come back to this, and let's clear this. So I'm going to call anyone to share their screen to work on that assignment before I work on it. So let me see. Who should I call? Olabode Maxwell. Is that you, Tomiwa? Olabode Maxwell, is that you, Tomiwa? Okay, so yes, Tomiwa, you share your screen. Let's see the assignment from your own view. I want to see the assignment from your point.
I was not here. I was not here yesterday, sir.
Interesting. Okay. Jayola, are you with us? Jayola, are you with us? Okay, I don't think Jayola is here. Okay, what should I call? Abiodun, are you with us? Abiodun, are you there? Abiodun, is it? Are you guys scared because I said you share your screen and present it? Don't be scared. We're all learning here. I just want to see from your point of view. I've seen some of your assignments. I don't want to, or should I just present that? Should I show that? No, I don't show that.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Abiodun, can you present your screen and show us how you did the assignment?
Okay. Okay.
Wait, you are Abiodun.
I'm trying.
Abiodun, you are Abiodun. Wait. I have a difficult
Not my Abiodun.
I have a difficult task for you. I didn't know you had the Abiodun. No. Let me see. Who else should I call? I'm not calling Toby. I'm not calling Chris, and I'm not calling Samuel. I know you guys can do it well. Um, let's see. Who is David? David, are you with us?
No, you're
Who
good.
is David? Let's see who David is. Okay. Let me call David. I see who David is. David, are you with us? David, if you are talking, we can't hear you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So can you share your screen and show us how you did the assignment?
Should I say who? Should I say David?
Yeah, David, you. David. I want you to share your screen and show us how you did the assignment.
Okay.
By the way, I'm noticing that when you guys are sending, some of you guys are sending the assignments, you are sending just the screenshot of your tree, of the cloud tree itself. I'm looking for, I mentioned yesterday that I wanted to see everything. No matter the mistake you made, no matter what, I want to see all of the steps. But not to worry, but henceforth, take note that any of the assignments should cover. I want to see all the steps you wrote. Don't clear anything. I don't just want to see the outcome. I want to see the process to how you got there. So, David, we're waiting for you. Just share your screen and show us how you did the assignment. All right, I see your screen already.
Okay, sir. So this is my screen.
So you have to delete your cloud directory, David, and work on the assignment again. So I
Okay.
want to see the step, how you did it. It's why I called you.
Okay, parent directory. Wait, let me check my tree. I have to delete this first. Okay.
You have removed cloud already.
Okay, it's on that cloud. Okay. I didn't see that actually. All right. So first date this. Slacks. Okay, which name should I use? Let me use Adex. Oh, what did I do? Okay.
Before you go on, David,
Yes,
why
sir.
did you think the file permission was denied for when you used /cloud added? There's a
Okay, I
reason why
actually
it
use the root I actually put first, like the front of the cloud. Yes, sir.
perfect. Proceed.
Cloud added slash let me use the file called David. No. Um, oh, I think there's a mistake. So what did I didn't create an enough file. I didn't create an inner directory.
So create the directory. And let's see.
Okay.
By the way, when you want to use your tree, you can easily use tree cloud instead of having just to use tree without any path. So if you don't give any paths, your Linux kernel would automatically think, okay, you are using a working directory. So next time you can just use dots to show, okay, my current location.
Okay.
But in this case, you want to show the tree of cloud. We really don't want to see other things like desktop. It will even make your terminal too long. So you can just say tree cloud and you would see everything you want to all alone. So continue.
Okay. Let me how to delete under this cloud. How to delete this. Delete this shit again. Where is the mistake? How did I not create an inner cloud? Okay, I can just go straight forward to create. Let me see the to the cloud, then delete space. Why is this not going back here?
It is going back. Your T that of the cloud.txt has removed.
Okay, I want to delete it. I want to delete the cloud itself. David CP cloud slash Adex. When I get it back.
The issue is the name of your folder is Davido2 and not Davido.
Okay, let me see.
run tree cloud, execute tree cloud.
Okay, so.
Oh, okay, since you're in cloud, 3 dots. Okay, good. So you can see you have Davido 2 as the second directory and not Davido.
Okay. CP. I should go back totally. Let me go back. CP David X.cloud. Okay, now I have to edit it. I have to edit it to base test. Okay.
All right. Thank you, David. Purposely didn't want to talk. I wanted you to run your commands. I didn't want to correct you at all. So it's just where you are making maybe a little mistake is why I wanted to come in and help. And yes, you've worked on this is the assignment that was given, and I hope everyone liked a few things from it. You can stop sharing your screen now, David. So I'm still going to go through the assignment together with us. So I can even show you some things, extra things that David didn't maybe mention and you didn't see from the completion of the task itself. So let's get into me reviewing the assignment with you all. The first assignment one. 1 minute. Let me share my screen for you. That's
okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let me share my screen. Screen 2, share. All right. So I'm going to be reviewing the first assignment with you all. And for those that might be listening to the recording later, the assignment says make a directory in a cloud directory, create a file in that directory, copy the file to the new directory in the cloud directory, in the name of that file. So for this assignment, if you listen to that and you think of that question well, or the task itself, I'm expecting to see 3 directories created in total and 2 files created in total. Now, as you could see from maybe what David presented and David showed for the assignment, and as I saw from what other guys did, you guys, after you made a directory, you were having to go into that directory before you work on the next task. The beautiful thing with Linux is you can work on all of these things without having to even change where you are, without having to leave the path you are in the first place. So what do I mean by that? currently, if I write pwd, I mean home/jet, right, which is my home for my user. Remember, I mentioned the other time there's difference between the home, which you could access with this, and your root, which you could access with this. Now, I'm in my home folder, and in my home folder, I want to, so that we can also visualize it, I want to do this assignment in the desktop. So how can I know where desktop is? If I run ls, I can see where my desktop folder is, just desktop inside my home folder itself. So it means without having to cd into desktop, I can get all my tabs done. Now, how can I get it done? The first stats, or the first line of the tag says, make a directory in a cloud directory. So it means I'm having two directories with that line. To do that, I'm going to use the mkdir command, right? And since I'm in home and I can see desktop clearly in my home, I can either use /desktop like this, desktop, and say cloud/jet, which is my first directory. Now, with this, if I run this command like this, it's going to fail, and you can see that it says cannot create directory this, no such file exists. The reason why it can't create this is because we can't find our cloud directory. We don't have cloud directory inside desktop. Desktop exists, but there is no cloud, and you want to make jet. So if you run it like this without adding an option for the make directory command, it's going to fail. And we can always check that option out with our man command. So if you use our man make directory, you'd see there is an option here that says parent. So it says no error if existing. Make parent directories as needed with their options, with their files mode unaffected. So all of that is just saying you can make your parent directories same with this command. And to do that is just running this. And you can go up to an existing command you wrote using the up arrow or down arrow. So if I keep going up, you'll see it keeps showing me all the commands I've written before. And take down, it will take you back down to command you are in, or the empty, which is where my current state is. So let me take you back to the make directory command and just write -p here, which is the option for parent. So with parent, you can see that I have cloud here, and I can see the tree of my cloud if I go to /desktop/cloud. So in cloud, at the moment, I have jet as a directory inside, which means I've fulfilled the first statement of that assignment. Then the second thing says, create a file in that directory. So we need to create a file inside the jet directory and not the cloud directory, right? Because it didn't say create a file in cloud directory. It said in that directory. So if I want to create a file in cloud, there are three different ways as we walked through yesterday. You could either use the output redirect to create a file, you can use the touch to create a file, and you can use an editor, either your Nano, your Vim, to create a file. In this case, because I want to show you some few things around what is the content of that file and when you copy and all, I'm going to use output redirect. So let me use echo hello world. And I use output redirect 1, just the first option, and I say, you saw that when I was creating this, I used the dot. The dot is a nickname for where you currently are, and you can either do that or go without even dot at all. Your Linux kernel would understand, through the shell would understand where you are creating that file. So in this case, I'm not going to use dot, I'm just going to say desktop/cloud, and I see hello.txt. So what this will do is it will create code hello.txt inside my cloud, and that's not what I want. What I want to do is to have a jet directory. So if you hear that, you're wrong. The assignment is in that directory, not the cloud directory. So now if I run this and I see my tree of cloud, you can see I now have the hello.txt file inside the jet directory. So now the next line of our file, of our tag says copy the file to a new directory in the cloud directory. So if I want to copy it, 1 minute, please. So yeah, if I want to do that, the project manager is okay. Is copy that file. Now, if I just run CP, let's just execute CP. Where are we? We're in text. We're in our home directory. So desktop slash cloud slash jet slash hello txt, and I put my destination of desktop slash cloud slash jet, which is a new directory I want to have, and I see. Let me just do it like this. Let me do it like this. Now, if I do this, this will fail. This will fail because the manager directory doesn't exist as of now. And because it doesn't exist, it's not going to copy that content. So if I want to make it successful, there are different ways, but for the sake of beginners as of now, I'm going to show the advanced way later. For the sake of beginners, if I run, let's just see, make directory desktop slash cloud slash image. I do this and I execute this again now. You can see it's now successful. And if I see our tree of cloud, you see we have jet hello.txt and we have hello.txt. Now, this is not what the tag said, because the tag said while changing the name of that file when you are doing your copy. But I purposely did this so I could show you some things. Now, let's display the output. Let's concatenate the output of hello.txt that is inside jet. So next slash cloud. You can see that all of this, I'm running all of this command without even leaving my directory. So I'm not leaving home, I'm not into anything, and I can execute everything I want to execute in any file I thought. Purposely doing it this way for you to know that you without having to cd or change your directory into where you are working on. So jet slash hello.txt. So if you run this, you can see hello world is the contents of hello.txt, and by the time we use our we run it on our jet itself, it is also supposed to just tell us it is hello world. You can see it is hello world. Now let me clear this because it's becoming too long. Now it had said while changing the name, right? So if we are changing the name, that I didn't have to enter the name of the file. I only point the directory on that first command, and it gave me hello.txt itself inside that directory without having to write hello.txt here. So if I had executed this command like this, it was the same as just executing it like this, because it will only create, it will just copy this hello.txt file into this new directory. Well, our tag said while changing the name. So if we change, but before we change the name, I want us to do something. Let us change the content of, let's change the content of hello inside this jet. So let's use an exclamation mark this time. So we've changed the content, and we can confirm that with this. You can see it's now saying hello world, right? But because we changed the content of hello, that doesn't mean the content of hello here will change, because we already copied the file and there is no link between hello of this one and hello of this. So this file is a standalone file. It does not have anything to do with this. So any change you make to this doesn't affect this. If there was a link between this file and this file, yes, once you change this file, it's going to change here. But because there is no link, you've copied that file, and the file of this is standalone and doesn't affect what is here. Now, we've changed the content of what is here, right? And we want to, okay, I think there's a question. Who is raising hand? Chris. Any question?
Okay, hello, sir. Sorry. I wanted to ask that you said
in the assignment, there's also like you should write anything in the text. I don't know if I'm wrong, sir.
Yeah. No. You didn't have to write anything in the text. No.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
I'm just showing you
Thank you.
this so that I can explain some things. You didn't have to write anything in the text.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you,
That
sir.
was not. All right. So now let's complete the assignment itself by changing the file name. So our copy, so we want to call this one lo1.txt. So if we run this and we check the tree of cloud now, you'll see we have both lo1 and lo inside the manager directory, which is the new directory, right? So if we look at the contents of lo, the one of jet, you see that it's hello world. And if you look at the contents of the one hello text inside the manager directory, it's hello world because that was what we previously had. Now, if you look at the one inside hello one, you see that it is the word of this new one. So why did I show you this, or why am I showing you this? When you copy, throw below a question.
Hello, sir. Yeah, it's not really a question. It's just that some people are not getting it. Like they say you're too fast. So maybe it can.
I was too fast.
Yeah.
Interesting. I was as much as possible trying to even. That's what I was clearing. Okay, thanks for pointing that out. Please, where was I too fast? Let me take that again.
I guess it's from the hello world and all that.
All right, good then. I think it's just now. All right, so let's clear this, and let's say tree. Let's just see the tree of our cloud as of now. So, what I wanted to show you itself, the reason why I used this before. So when I used the previous copy command, you saw that I didn't have any file name here. And what that did was automatically copy the lo.txt content and even give me the name of lo.txt inside this new folder. That's what it did. So because it did that, right, that's not what we want as our task. That's not what the task said, because our task said we should change the name. So if you just write it like this, or you even write lo.txt here, you will define it. What it will do is it will copy the contents of lo.txt inside this gen directory into this new directory as lo.txt. That is what it will do. But in this case, we want to rename our file while copying. So we want to keep the content of lo.txt. We want that name, we still want to keep that content, but we want to have a new file called lo1.txt. So we're having that. Because of that is why I had to include one here as lo1.txt itself. So I that's now for those who are asking. Now, I just got word that there is a general discussion that's supposed to happen. So quickly, let me just show you a faster way you could have gotten the tags done. So we have cloud here, right? I don't want to delete cloud. So since I'm still in that same folder, now this faster way is what it's going to do is you can merge multiple commands in one line. Now, this is just for the advanced, it's just for me showing you. I'm not going to explain deeper yet. You can go back and watch the video when uploaded to YouTube and when available on your student dashboard. I'm just going to show you that it is possible to write or complete all of these short tasks in one simple command. Just one command, you can get everything done. Now, you have to follow, with that one command, you have to follow it logically too. You have to follow it step by step of how you have done it in a single command or in multiple step commands. So let me clear this, right? And the first tag said, make a directory in a cloud directory. So in this case, since we have cloud already, I'm just going to call the cloud directory cloud2. So to do that, I'm going to say make dir -P. As I mentioned before, so I'm not going to go into the details of why I'm using -P. I already covered that. So we have desktop/cloud 2 this time around, and we want to call that the first directory. We want to call it jet. So now, if you want to add another command, you want to execute multiple commands, the sign or how you get that done is using the double and symbol. So if you do this, it's going to execute this command, then execute what's next. So the second thing was make a file in that directory. So this time around, I'm going to use touch. So I'm going to use touch, desktop. I'm trying to cover this as soon as possible because of the assessment that has to do with you guys. So I'm going to call this /hello.txt, right? Now, this will create my second, my file inside the jet directory. So the next thing we want to do is
it should be cloud. It should be cloud 2.
Thank you for pointing that out. This should be cloud 2. So now, the second thing or the next step is to create that new directory, because if you copy it without that directory existing, it will fail, as we saw before. So make PIR. That is going to be, now we don't even need to use P anymore because we already have the cloud. So I'm not going to use P this time around. Desktop /manual/jet, right? And we've created a directory. And the next thing we want to do is copy it. So the copy is going to be cp desktop cloud2/manual.jet. We want to copy the content of hello, which was created in the previous step. I've not tested this before because I just want you to see that we can even try to run it in one command. Because this now, we're telling it to make a directory jet, create a file, hello inside jet, make a directory manager jet, then copy the content of hello into the new directory. It's a lot of tasks, but let's see if it get done. So cp desktop/cloud2. Okay, we've created that. Hold on, there's a mistake here. This should be jet. It's jet. We want to copy hello that. Then we have manual jet here, which is a new directory, and we want to have that as hello1.txt. So this is making this directory jet and cloud2. This is creating a file called hello.txt inside jet, inside the cloud2. This is making a new directory called jet, and this is copying the content of jet hello.txt into hello1.txt inside the manager folder. So yeah, here we go. Successful. And we can see that with tree desktop. Let's just see tree desktop. You can see that in the previous one we did, that we went through a lot of things, we have that, and in our cloud2 also had that. So with one line, I completed all of the tasks, right? I'm not expecting you to be able to complete that just like I did now, right? But it is possible. So I just wanted to show you that from any directory at all, you can access the content of any other directory, especially when you have the permission to do that. The next lesson is going to be around permission, but I heard that there's a discussion that's supposed to happen between everyone. So let me allow you guys to go for that. And after that, we would come back to the next lesson and tackle that. So that'll be all for now. This particular recording is going to be on YouTube soon. And once it is on YouTube, I'm going to add it to the Slack channel and also get it uploaded on your student dashboard. That'll be all for now.